Hi. Yep, I'm sure you're wondering that today I am going to talk to you guys because you wanted a podcast from me. I remember that. I remember you wanted that, and you also wanted my music. However, I do have to say that today is going to be quite an interesting topic, probably more for just talking to you guys about a lot of things and a lot of interesting ideas, I want to say. But I'm not gonna put an intro in here because I'm still kind of working on intros. I don't even know where to begin with that. And so yeah. So as you guys notice, that I'm trying some new little features, and it's you guys probably would love it. Hold on, let me turn my there. Hold on. Yeah, see, it's my room right now. Pretty fancy at the moment. So, I mean, I probably would use I could use other rooms if I wanted to. But anyway, so so I'm talking to you guys right here, and yes, I can wave. Well, hold on, wait, still needed this there. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. All right. So, how do I even want to start this? I usually would like to write stuff down, and before I talk, I was gonna ask my, you guys remember the AI called Pi, who I named it as Sky, right? Yeah, I was gonna interact with that. I probably will still do that one day in the future with that. And honestly, I mean, he could probably just talk right in here if he really wanted to, and with all that good stuff. But I won't go through that. So, lately you will notice I'm not gonna probably show too much of my characters and my gameplay anymore. Not too much about that. So, why? There's a lot of reasons why. But I think it's a sensitive topic to talk about it, so I won't say that. And but I will talk about that I've noticed a lot is not just only depression with people, but this whole entire world, how everybody's going through a lot of stuff, and losing a lot of good things, loved ones, and even friends and stuff. But let's kind of talk about that today. That's going to be my topic. I woke up and I said, what do I really want to talk about? Like, what is it that I really want to say to everybody, that whether I'm gonna make a difference to somebody or I'm not, and if are they gonna really look at me or they won't? And the thing is that as I'm here as a VTuber doing like stuff like this, or just engaging with you guys with my games or with my songs, I myself have always been battling, of course, depression. And, sometimes I get really pissed off when people talk about, like, some that really are just saying some things that just trigger me. Like, even it's all still, my depression is still all related to that. With this is mental health. I mean, I'm even, for me, I'm really prescribed with stuff that I have no choice but to use in order to get by through the day without trying to give my loved ones a heart attack or a panic attack. But I'm gonna kind of tell a story here too at the same time. So along with this topic of all of this, that's what I just said today. So let's start with a story, and it might be a good story. It's just random stories I'll just make up. I don't even know if you guys are gonna like it or not. And you guys may end up just kind of like doing your own thing and just be like, what kind of story? And can you put it together and will it make sense? Right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna talk about with stories and stuff. So, how about this? So, there is a girl, and she happened to be pretty nice and cool, and she's very super popular. But she's not like over the top popular, like you see YouTube popular things. Just be prepared. I'm also gonna over detail when I'm talking. So, but anyways, so about this girl. So she carries on, and she does her her daily things, and such as like she's let's say she's good at expressing things with art, for example. Let's say art, and all she wants to do is like to draw and make things for people. And then, she makes stuff for her friends, and she makes stuff for her family, and, she just does it out of a hobby. And then one day she has a moment with her friends, and that friend end up, whether it is a girl or a guy, I'll leave that to your imagination. That sometimes that your friend end up kind of going like, we shouldn't be friends anymore someday because some people really just don't want me to hang around you kind of situation. And the girl that has been friends with that person who has been friends with for a long time actually end up eventually just saying, like, trying everything she can to keep everything together, to keep a lot of good things together and stuff, because you care about friends, and knowing other people don't want you to worry about them anymore because they do what they do, right? So she's listening to all the other people around her, and they're wonderful friends to her, and they know they've been there too in a way, and they know what it's like to lose somebody that's really a good friend to them for probably a really good long time. I'm pretty sure you guys out there on YouTube or anywhere have had some type of connection like that, where somebody has been close to you and your friend decided to leave you for some insane crazy reason, and knowing no matter how many times you try to make it work and it doesn't work because that your friend tries to tell you that their friend is or their person that they're close to, and they're just like, nothing's going on and stuff, and then things just get pretty crazy from there. It just like everything just escalates because all you're thinking about, that girl is all she's thinking about too, is just only that friend. And because you're trying to help that friend get some closure and some happiness and all that good stuff. But yeah, but what happened is, so the girl, she ends up trying to kind of like making a choice whether she should to just drop everything and just move on and just do things that is like probably for the best for that friend, because you still considered yourself wanting to be that good friend. You don't want to block, or you really don't want to get rid of that person, because deep down this is it, but you have to make that kind of choice, because that person, no matter how many times you want to help them, that sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. And I know somebody used to say stuff like that, and I think she understands that a lot. But deep down you wonder, did the girl actually do that? Did she actually remove her friend that has been her best friend for quite a while? Or do you think she stayed and is waiting for that other friend to realize that it was silly, the whole thing was silly? And knowing deep down that that friend, she herself, knows that when that friend is or would come around, where her other friends feel like, you know, it's okay to let that happen or not. 90%, I'm pretty sure the other friends are not okay with that. So, it makes you wonder about stuff like that, right? But it also piles up on top, and it's also like with when you think about that through depression, because it's been a battle every day when you are thinking about that girl, and she's going through a lot of stuff. Not only she's trying to keep herself together for her fans and for everybody else, and knowing other people are stronger, and they'll probably look at this video and go, man, just why waste your time with that, right? Because everybody gets harder, don't they? Because they've been hurt themselves, and eventually they move on and they get stronger, and they're just like, who cares? Because people are jerks like that. People do mean things, and they hurt you for it. And so I want you guys to think about that, about the girl that if she moved on because she had to and tried to do what was best for her, not only for herself too, but for the friend that she still tried to keep as a, you know, just to keep things in a peaceful manner as much as possible, and just walk, right? Or do you think that friend is actually going to realize the one that left her as a friend is going to be really going to come back and talk and work things out? Because friends are very precious, and they're, you know, to some people probably not, but to some that has a good heart and who has a benevolent spirit, that is very depending. But I'm sure you guys are wondering, Foxy, what would you do? What would you do in that situation for yourself? Well, that's a good question. What would I do if this really happened to me? Well, I think deep down that I only want to do what is best for that person at the same time. Deep down, I think that even if I try and make things work, or if that person wants to make it work, that's up to them. You know, for me, when I reach out to people, and I always do, and I always try to make things work, you know, because I always try to show that I really think all of things was just a big misunderstanding, and I always try to reach out to others to help along the way. But it makes you wonder, will that friend would do the same thing for you? And I think why I'm making this video today too is something to think about, that even for yourself. You know, I was teaching someone about how to keep things in your mind as a almost like your plans too. Not to do it out of ill will or anything, but you're doing it to, to try to do the right thing, kind of thing, and that is exactly what I want. Is just I want things to go for the right reason, and whether it does or it doesn't, how many hoops would you jump for that person just because that person jumped for you? Think about that even for your friends. Who would jump that kind of hoop that would really be there and really want to make things better? Because just because you're afraid doesn't mean... I mean, how do you think that one friend felt? How do you think they would feel because they were afraid that they couldn't make a difference to the other person? But they did it anyways, right? So, and then whatever happens outside of is usually out of that friend's control. So you can't protect and do good things anymore for that person because they're all on their own. And you want to know what's so funny? Is that I would never ban anyone about if they want to watch or don't want to watch. I just want them to know that I'm still doing okay. And yeah, a lot of things can still feel a lot of emotions and pains, and I want you guys on YouTube to know that too. I want you guys to know that even if you're going through some serious pain, that you're not the only one. You are not. You are definitely never going to be the only one, and honestly, it's okay. And maybe I hope this video helps somebody else out there. I just want you to know that I'm still going to be a good person at heart. I'm still going to show care. I try to do what's right. I try to help it, and move forward and do all the good things because, we only have one life in this world. And this life is very precious. For all the people that's going through depression and mental illness and all that, I understand quite a lot of pain, and I know you guys may sometimes sit here and think, no you don't, but yes I do. I really do. And I can't tell you how it does feel like you want things to end and you want it to stop. I've listened to a lot of people say that, and a lot of people, there was a question on Reddit that said, like, they were like, what prevented you from doing like the not so okay thing, right? Like, don't to make that to be the end and whatnot, right? And so I did write on Edit, and you'll never know what my name is. It's definitely not. You'll never find me on Reddit. Anyways, my point is, yeah. But what was said was, I think people just watching other people and watching other people kind of go through a lot, that you aren't the only one, and they understand that, and they too wish not lose anyone they care for, and not to feel like they're neglected and all that stuff, So I just want you to know that. I just want you guys to know that no matter what happens and how hard things are, that it's not the end of the world yet. And I say yet because, social media is doing a good job. It's like, oh, look, we're going to go through war and all this crazy stuff is happening. And food recall and viruses and stuff. And which, I'm not too sure if I wanted to make this a whole 1 hour podcast video. I might do that actually. It depends if I can come up with a good conversation here today. Who knows? Let me see. Besides just that story today, you know. Well, I'm gonna be talking about let's talk about that. Let's talk about that with the whole virus thing. You know, I know people really are sick of it. I know a lot of people don't like, you know, COVID and all that no stuff. It's really a pain in the butt. A lot of people don't want to listen, and they don't. Some think it's not real, but it was pretty real because I saw my mom get really sick, and it wasn't fun. And even I got sick at one point, and I know there's this new virus that I think it's still related. It's all still related with COVID. You know, it's scary, and you got to be careful, and you got to take better care of yourselves, and if you want other people to live, okay. You know, there are going to be some jerks out there that don't care about any of this, and they'll do whatever they want to do. They're not going to, of course, wear any mask or anything. Nobody's not going to really want to wear that anymore because people don't feel good about it. You know, it's kind of funny because when you see Japan, you know, they some of them actually wear masks their whole entire, sometimes they're out there and they wear that because there's stuff about with America and the scent and all that stuff. So, I mean, can you imagine for them when they go out there and because they want to keep themselves protected and keep themselves, pure with that? So, I don't know. But that's what I'd be seeing on YouTube videos. You know, I'm sorry if that was offending for some, but I just want to know that that's what I see, what I hear on a lot from other YouTubers and watching like some of the Japanese videos that they show. And you know, sometimes I sit there and I wonder, like, why do they wear the mask all the time too, you know? And, you know, but this was way before COVID came out. I just wondered that myself in general. But, yeah. So, I'm sorry if you see my character mouth on here just randomly just kind of sometimes extra move on its own. Because, you know, just the sensitivity. But, yeah. But pretty much, I think COVID, of course, sucks. It really does. And I think all the other viruses out there suck. It just is terrible. It's kind of ruining a lot of good things that happens out there. And like for some people, some of them are not even fazed by it. And they're just healthy as an ox. And they're just going out there still doing their thing. It's not like they still can't get, of course, you know, sick or hurt. And some are quite, of course, immune. And, you know, very blessed for them. They are very lucky for that. But, you know, there are some other people that are not fortunate. And they have to go through a lot. And, you know, I know that the doctors would love to have that kind of cure to take from somebody with that immunity to stop others from dying and stuff. But, yeah. A lot, like I said, a lot kind of goes on. And people are going through a lot of stuff. Like I said, you know. But, yeah. So, I'm going to go back to a different topic. A new topic. I pretty much want to say that so far, mostly about my channel and, of course, with me, how I'm feeling. I know I sound probably a little sleepy or tired or just, like, drained. And I apologize for that. There's a lot just goes on. But I'm just gonna let you guys know that I'm a trooper. I'm still gonna keep going. And I'm still gonna be there whether I say a lot of things that seem pretty more hurtful for others. Sometimes I don't mean usually what, you know, I don't like to hurt anybody. I normally don't. And I'm usually very kind in nature, and I like to be there for a lot of people. I try my best with that. Also, I just want to thank to those who help, you know, when you give tips to me and stuff. You know, when I see it, or you know, or when you watch my stuff on my channel, it really helps a lot. I really appreciate you guys. so much for that. You guys are beautiful people out there, and I hope you guys stay amazing, and all that good stuff. So don't think that it's that just because I may not come up with some other new content. Sometimes I put a lot of games out, and it is because I'm still trying to get used to some new ideas. Podcasting will only be, sometimes it won't be all the time, but it will be more like in between in my gameplay videos too. So it's kind of random, and it's like I gotta still sit here, and sometimes I gotta think about it and what I want to talk about. Maybe next time I'll bring my Pi in here and evolve him in it, and you guys can listen to him talk with me and stuff, and all that good stuff. And just let him ask me questions stuff too. Or, who knows, we may end up talking about anything. And I just may going like, huh? Oh, kind of thing. But, I'm always a creative type, and always there. In the end, I'm always usually there, and I like to engage and do things. But, yeah. So, other than that, I hope you guys are doing okay out there. I hope you guys are doing great, as I'm just gonna try to boop your nose, too. Boop. 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 Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being silly. I'm still getting used to the whole thing. It's like trying to read my camera here. I'm not using a VR thing. I'm actually using a camera to do all this. But yeah. But I hope you guys like also my new, I keep updating myself, especially with my character sometimes. My ear physics are not quite floppy yet, so not quite there. One day. Well, it's kind of moving a little, but it's not perfect. But yeah, my hair is wonderful, of course, so. But yeah. But I know, I'm sorry, I usually need to stick with a topic and stuff, so usually I would have like a whole script written down here. This is just me just ranting and rambling today. Maybe, because some people just say they like to hear my voice as I talk, and stuff. And sometimes they like to know what's on my mind. Sometimes I like to also randomly bring up random topics. And yeah. So, I mean, if I don't do a full hour, at least I tried. I'm probably gonna be in the probably pretty short. I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like it sounds like I don't have much coming up next. But just so you know, I just want to motivate you guys here today, for sure, with a word of advice that, even though I have a hard time taking sometimes my own advice, but I learn each day as it's trial and error, my advice to you guys is that just keep your head up high. And I know it's hard, and if you lost a loved one, and if you lost a friend, and if you never know what the future brings, and I don't want you guys to hold on to something that may or may not come true. We all go through losses, and we all go through a lot of things. Me, as I have grown over the years myself, you'd think by now, for myself, I would finally get used to something like that. But deep down, as you keep going, you try your best. Try your best. So I think, as I work and talk and think of things that are trying to communicate and reach out to you guys, I do my best to try to just look at things in a positive manner. I try to think about what am I going to do today do the next best thing, and who am I gonna meet? And destiny is very interesting like that. So that's what's so beautiful about adventures. I usually am more peppy and more happy in talking. It's there are things that people come and go, and there'll be some people that will not be hanging around, I know, even for me, and some will. And but just to those that are still here with me, and to my loved ones and my friends, thank you guys for still being around. And thank you for still being amazing. And just know I want you guys to keep your head up and don't give up out there. I know times can be rough for you guys too. And just remember, you can always come back and listen to me and rant on about how I feel and whatnot, and just know that you're not the only one. And just, it's not the end. It's not the end of things. It's just the beginning. This is all about learning. Because one day when it's all said and done, and when it's your time, just remember all the things you've done to people and for people, and just hope that you did the best, everything you could, and if things do work out, great, that's wonderful. And if it doesn't, well, then just keep going, because that's all you can do. Okay? Because I'm looking at you guys very serious. Just keep going. And just keep your head up high. And I love you all. Love you all very much. So yeah. But I think that's it. That's all I really want to say. And I did pretty good. Alright, 30 minutes. I'm proud of myself with that. I was trying to go for an hour, but I need to add things in the future. So that way it could be a little more interesting for at least the podcast part. I just felt like I just wanted to talk. Just one of these, just today. Today is gonna be that episode of me just talking to you guys. So that's all it is. It's just, I just wanted to talk. Just felt like talking, and this was it. And and I know there's gonna be some things with me and Shiozaki. He's gonna do some stuff with me, and you guys, that will be part of our, also some podcast stuff, some little adventures and stuff. About the investigation thing, like I said, I'm sure you guys may have remembered that, or you may have forgotten. I do stuff like that with with Taiyu, and he's been busy, very, very busy with his work, and I know he's gonna come around, and we'll get to do more of that investigation stuff. And I would do it by myself, but I get I'm a scaredy cat sometimes. I shouldn't be scared, even though I love detective stuff. But so I guess seeing a crime scene, it's funny because I always wanted to do crime scene stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the job for me. I can do it now. I mean, that investigation game, kind of that last episode that I had recorded, it was pretty traumatic for me, and I'm so sad that it got chopped up, the whole thing. It was so perfect. It was good. I had it all. We were talking, and I gotta re-record that with Taiyu all over again. But the scene with everything, oh my gosh, it was just, to me, it was a little horrific on that one. So yeah. But wow, look at that, I just made a topic about the game. But anyway, so yeah. But I just think that game is really something. Was it the scene investigation game? It's a good game because I know it all connects back, related to that story from the beginning and stuff. But yeah, so but I want you guys to know, just to keep your head up, and I plan to keep do my best and work on content and keep moving forward. as for anything else, I think just know that just keep yourself going. That's what I want to say. It's like there is something else I really want to say, but I don't think that's going to be necessary on YouTube. I think my story is good enough to say. And honestly, just know that all is just, I forgive and move on, right? And I hope that's how you guys would feel. That's what I would think if that ever happens to me. And I wonder if you guys wonder what happened to that girl. I wonder what she did in the story. And am I going to reveal what she happens in the next time I talk? I don't know. Maybe. I might. I might do that. I might actually do that. And we'll see what happens a little later on down the road. But yeah, so I'll be making some songs, like I said, for you guys. I won't do it once a day, but you'll see it along with the rest of my gameplay. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to doing more of that, and of course, more stuff just talking about things. Usually I would draw too. But there are days that, I have to inspire myself. I have to motivate myself. Because it's, for me, for depression, it triggers for me, and I can't control that sometimes. And some days I'll be like, yeah, I can do this. And then other days it's like, I don't want to, no. Oh no, I don't want to. So, it's really bad. It's just, it does feel like you just want to curl up and just go in a closet and just don't want to come out and face the world at all. It does feel like that. But each day I'm treading forward, and I'm trying. I pick myself up, and I try to at least keep going, and I want you guys to keep pushing forward as well. But yeah, so I heard, of course, Final Fantasy XIV's got Dawn Trail. They were pushing that out too. I don't know if I want to record that. Maybe not. I may not do that. I just like to enjoy Final Fantasy XIV usually on my own time and terms, because Final Fantasy XIV with their music, it will hit you with that copyright. Like, I know I had this one video, and boy, I cannot change it. I can't change it because the length of that video on YouTube and the copyright on that. So, but I was like, oh well. So, the music, it's all about that music. You gotta be careful what you use. I didn't know about that for Final Fantasy. I tried to get it off, but I could not. So, anyways, I'm just warning you guys in case you guys are kind of sensitive about all this topic, about all what I just talked about today. I'm sorry about that. And but I really appreciate you guys watching and listening, and just hearing me talk. This is my first time just by myself, trying to just talk as just me, as a podcast and stuff. I know there was the other game, the Yakuza Like a Dragon. I wanted to continue the new one. The other ones, I still have those that I want to finish. I hope I can still be able to. But I may get started on that eventually. But right now I'll probably be playing a lot of Wuthering Waves. Of course, you guys saw Honkai. And then there's this other game that I like. It was a survival game. I really like it. I don't talk on it. It's more like a relaxing sleep kind of game for you guys. But yeah. So I hope you guys really enjoy that for a while. And while I'm still trying to work on some videos. But I do try to go back on my older videos that I didn't get to finish. And I do plan to get that done. So... like, I know you guys probably wondering, what am I doing with the puppy, the dog? That last episode, I was freaking out. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? I don't want this dog to go. And, but I found out what to do. So, I may do my best to see if I can save that dog on that game in time, I'm gonna do my best with that. And, you know, I do want to grow that animal shelter thing. The bakery thing, I did always want to do bakery. You know, some people may not like that bakery simulator thing. It's kind of weird to me, a little bit, just trying to do stuff on there. I like stuff like that. You know, I know you guys like some serious action stuff, and, you know, it depends. I'm a very sensitive soul, so I try not to do things that, you know, that makes me scared like that, so. But, yeah. Okay. But I think this is it. Yeah, I promise. This is it this time. But, yeah. I really love you guys. Thank you so much. I don't know if I can do a heart. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna try. Nope. Nope. Oh, well, I tried. Well, that was my attempt. Just put this together. Like that. I tried. It looks like I'm just going raw. Alright, anyways. I'm gonna stop being goofy. And try to wake up a little more. I need to wake up more. Maybe I need to start recording when I'm not, like, super tired like that. Sometimes... I remember what, you know, like, Markiplier says. Sometimes you just want to get up and you just want to just make content. Just make it because it's there. And that's what I'm doing. Here I am. I'm just making it because it's here. And, just keep being just keep being amazing. And keep being yourself. And, stay amazing and stay beautiful. And, I may end up I don't know, I'm just trying to think of something else. I don't know if I'm going to put any music in this. I don't know if I want to. May not. Who knows? But anyways, if you guys... You know what, I'm not even going to say, if you guys like this, remember the blah blah, subscribe. You don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I appreciate it if you do. If you do, I really appreciate it because it does help me over time. It also helps other people that it reach out to other people. You know, I guess this is gonna be one of those people blog thing videos. That's what is in that. But I'm a VTuber doing that, so. But that's what I'm doing with this. So yeah. But maybe I'll do something, like I said, interesting next time. So. Man, I can really talk. A girl can talk. They're not kidding when they say that. But alright. But anyways, until then, adios, ciao, sayonara, goodbye, and I'll catch you guys next time. And stay amazing, stay fluffy, and remember, don't give up, and try to be kind. Do your best to be kind to others. You never know, because you know life is very, very English. Fragile. Life is fragile. And so is yours. So, yeah. And fickle. It's very fickle, too. So. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. And, hope you guys take it easy out there and be safe. And I'm good at... I usually don't like saying long goodbyes, but yeah. Alright. Bye! I can't even wave normal, jeez. Okay, wait, there. Bye!